Hi there, guys. This video today is going to be about learning how to disconnect, learning how to, disconnect from low vibrational frequencies, from people that carry low vibrational frequencies, from situations, circumstances, and things like that um, you may be attached to that you need to get out of in order to go higher. Um, and so the example that I want to use, I yesterday I made a video, and in that video I said something about um, I have let go of people, relationships, and things like that. Mostly like I was mostly talking about like in a dating or kind of getting to know people type phase, um, where I've cut it off before things really got anywhere. And I want to explain that because it can sound, I guess, maybe kind of vain or something. And it can sound like I'm just being like really dismissive. Um, but that's not the case. When you are in tune to spirit, when you are in tune to who you are, when you are in tune to knowing what you want, knowing what you're trying to do in your life, what you're trying to manifest, where you're trying to go, um, you get a sense of knowing and understanding who you are and your frequency and what you want to come into your life. And so, from my personal experience, um, I mean, we know pretty much today dating apps are kind of like the way that people do it. Um, I'm really hoping and praying to get back to that time when people actually meet because it's so vital in so many ways and areas. It's just dating apps and meeting people that you hardly know, um, and even just seeing them online, just chatting with them and texting and everything. It leaves the door open for so much deception. And deception is not safe. It's not safe for women. It's not safe for men either. But it's just not safe. And so, getting back to me, um, you know, what I have literally been seeing and feeling the few times that I've been like popping on and popping off of, some of these dating sites and apps and so forth. Because that's literally all I've been doing, just kind of popping in and, just, yeah, I'm good, and popping back off. And I might stay off for months and then pop back on there again. Um, but the first thing I started seeing, and this is not a judgment. This is my perception. This is how it was coming to me. I was just seeing a lot of men who just looked dirty. And I mean, literally, um, I'm noticing teeth, I'm noticing faces, I'm noticing grungy beards, I'm noticing just a unkept look, trying to disguise it. Really, it's like a dirty look, but trying to hide it in a, oh, this is a wow, disheveled, this is me type look, but it's not. It was a dirty look. You're actually really dirty. And funny how it came to me. I'm like, man, this looks like a lot of homeless men up on here. And so then I talked to one person for a second. For some reason, I connected with this person or whatever. And the conversation was what, I may have been 1 minute in or something, and they said something, and I said something about them eating or needing to eat or something like that. It was just, I don't remember how it went, but I know I said that. And they said, well, I haven't eaten. And I wrote back, I'm like, well, why? And they were like, I don't have any money. Like, I haven't eaten in a few days. And pretty much immediately it hit my spirit that this is exactly what you were feeling about a lot of homeless men on this app or on these apps, looking for successful women or looking for women who to pick them up into whatever, because we know that's kind of been a thing for a long time, women taking care of men, but that's not what this video is about. So um I said, I went on to say, because I knew where this was going. I knew uh that my spirit was right, and I knew that uh I had met a homeless one and I knew that uh, this was going to lead to some type of asking for money or some type of something like that, which, if I had it, I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest. So um, I said, well, there's agencies and things like that, churches and things feed that will feed you. I didn't say anything about homeless. I just said that would um, feed you and help you out. And he said something else about, he wrote back something else about money or something like that, which was his door opener, but I caught it. And I said, well, because I'm still kind of pretending as if I don't know where this is leading. And I said, well, I said, still though, I said, like, these are like actual charities and so forth that you will not have to pay. They will feed you for free, let you shower there, and all those kinds of things, whatever it is that you need. Um, and I think that was the end of the conversation, because he didn't come back with anything. And hey, believe me, I was good with that. But he didn't come back and say anything else, because he wasn't I wasn't allowing him to take the conversation where he was trying to take the conversation, was in some kind of way to ask me for some kind of money, or I don't know. They say scammers be asking for gift cards and stuff, like, I don't know, but whatever it was he was going to ask for, I wasn't going to give it to him, and he was going to have to do it my way. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that was just an example of showing you that my spirit was right. Um, and so, with that being the case, these type of men out here trying to kind of facade and fool and trick women, it just goes to show how much more women really got to be careful. And once again, I mean, I guess men as well, but this channel is about women. Um, and so using that in this whole topic of learning to disconnect and the need to disconnect, that's really one of the first things that I have been doing, is just kind of like disconnecting from that, of those sites and apps and things like that. And so that's one of the reasons why I said what I said about just, things haven't even really been going anywhere. I've just been cutting things off before they get anywhere. And it's because of what I'm feeling. It's the vibe. It's what I see, and it's the vibe. It's the feeling. Um, and the other is, I've been seeing for a very long time the number and the amount of men who are literally using these sites for pure sex just to get their need met. And one of the first things I'm going to say about that is that women have needs and desires too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not some crazy out of the world thing for a woman. She has needs and desires too. But when you are ready to operate higher, to go higher, to move in a different frequency, when you are, trying to manifest new things, better things, you pick up on low frequency vibrations a lot quicker and faster. And you know when you realize it's not something that you want. So, not saying that a good, healthy, strong relationships where a relationship where sex is involved that I wouldn't want. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that to, you know, a lot of these men, they come off so friendly and kind and, oh, well, yeah, well, let's go get a drink and da, 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 da. And all of that is really just leading to, and you know it, that they're going to have sex and you probably won't see them anymore. Like that's literally what they're trying to do. Whether you agree to it or not, that's what they're trying to do. And it just becomes a time where, like that's just not interesting anymore. Like it's not like I'm not a teenage girl. I'm not some, hot off the chain, but like I don't need that as a focal point. You get what I'm saying? I want that in addition to all of this, in addition to the conversation, in addition to you teaching me something, in addition to us going places and doing things and having fun and traveling and like I want the whole package. If that's called the whole package, I want the whole package. I don't just want that. Also, you know, there's still way too many men who don't understand how connecting bodies affects them. So many men really are on some type of belief that only women are affected by this man, that man, that man, that. I don't know why they feel that way. I don't know why they feel like the things that happens in a woman's body, especially spiritually, can and does also happen to them. They don't realize how taking on all of these numbers and numbers of women and personalities and exchanging DNA and all of this stuff um, really does have effect on them. And I think a lot of them don't see and know and realize how their vibration is so low, their minds, a lot of these men's minds are really mixed up because they really have had all these different experiences with all these different women, and all these women are on all these different frequencies, and some of them may be nymphos, some of them may be alcoholics, some of them may be just not good women, some of them may carry spirits of jealousy and spirits of lack and poverty and I mean, because a lot of times, most of the time, these men aren't looking for anything beside what's between their legs. And the problem with that is, like I say, you may be getting what's between their legs, but you got a whole body on you. You got a whole their mental, their emotional, and then you're exchanging with them. And, you know, a lot of these men, for some reason, they don't understand that women can exchange spirits and things like that with them too. And I don't know. I kind of, I mean, I don't know because people have to do and move at their own pace, and when they're ready to change, when they're ready to gain higher and better understanding. But at the end of the day, if these are, so many of these men who are just operating in that frequency of just sex, 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 sex. I mean, it just really, it's a horribly low vibration. It is a lot of times also spiritual. It's a spiritual thing that has caught them in some type of a um, and I forget which one, incubus or succubus spirit, but one primarily deals with men. You know what I'm saying? And so for so many of them to not realize that they are able to exchange these spirits with women is disturbing. And so a woman who is trying to go higher, trying to manifest, trying to get herself somewhere or whatever, these things are just not attractive anymore. And really all it does is it really just keeps you, it just really keeps you down. You're really never able to go higher and into higher realms or anything like that. Raise your frequency because you keep getting pulled down. And so that is a huge reason to disconnect. You know what I'm saying? This video is about the need to disconnect. A lot of us have a need to disconnect from social media and even from certain TV shows and types of TV shows. And a lot of times it may be something that you can't just do cold turkey, like you can't just, but have patience and grace with yourself and give yourself some give yourself some love and don't be hard on yourself. And if you watch it 5 days a week, watch it four. Once you go to four, try to see if you can just watch it 2 days a week or something like that. And but here's the key: when you're disconnecting from things, the key to help empower that disconnection is to fill those voids with something. So if you've been watching this crazy reality TV with women arguing and hating each other and backbiting and jealousy and throwing drinks in each other's face and stuff like that, and you know that's not good for you. You know you don't need to watch that. The best thing to do with that, if especially if it's like something you don't feel like you can, like a habit. That's the word I'm looking for. What you do is with that is when you don't watch it that time slot that day or whatever. Um, what you do is you fill that time frame with something positive. Watch, I don't know, watch something educational on YouTube or get a book or something and fill that time slot with reading that book. You know, go on a walk. You know what I'm saying? Um, go hug your kids for the whole time. Go sit and talk to them for the whole time. Just something that is going to be positive, that is going to fill that space of negativity. Um, and you'll find that that's so powerful. You'll find that when you start beginning to do those feel good things that make you feel good, make you feel better, you'll start slowly, getting away from all that bad and that negative and that so many hours of TV time and then so many hours of social media time and just getting all that crap into your head. And then the other thing is making a conscious decision. A lot of times we navigate to negative things almost subconsciously, and we don't even really look at it or realize what we're doing and the harm that it's bringing because we've done it so long. So it's like we've done it at this point in our life on autopilot. So it's going to have to become a thing where you're going to have to be conscious of it. Like you're going to have to consciously tell yourself and say to yourself, you know what, I'm not even finna get on Facebook right now. I'm not even finna, like what I've done. is I've made a conscious decision. And that don't mean that I haven't, well, actually I haven't really failed with it. I think I may have one time, but I caught myself and I stopped and I got off of there. But the thing that I have made a vow to myself to do is not to like just straight in the morning get on Instagram, get on Facebook, whatever. Um, because I always find some type of shocking something for my spirit that's fresh and new that, I'm going to get curious about. And I'm going to go down a rabbit hole. I don't want to do that, not before I meditate, not before I put up a shield, not before I protect myself, protect my energy. And so, um, that's one thing you could do. You can make a conscious decision that, or say to yourself something like, "Oh, I'm not going to get on social media until 11 o'clock. I'm not going to get on social media until after I have breakfast. I'm not going to get on social media until after pretty much my morning is good and done and I have had my coffee, had my tea, gone for my walk, or like whatever it is, or if I've meditated for however many minutes or whatever." Um, then you do it. You know what I'm saying? And as time goes on and as you continue your rituals and those things to keep yourself okay, um, you'll find that that pull, especially when you start doing it consciously, you'll find that that pull becomes less and less um, strong, and you can resist it easier. You know what I'm saying? And then you can just keep on adding more and more positive things. And, because it's a process at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? The negative or habitual things that we have been doing in our life that have not been productive for us, has been a learned behavior. Like we have been doing it for umpteen years or whatever. And so you have to be patient with yourself. You have to give yourself that self love and that benefit of the doubt, and that, okay, we'll try this again tomorrow, whatever. That's a form of self love, and not beating yourself up and, oh, I'm so stupid and why did I do that? Don't do that to yourself. You don't need it and you don't deserve it, because honestly and truly ain't nothing in life that serious. You know what I'm saying? Um, unless it's something major, but I'm pretty sure we ain't going there with nothing major like that. But yeah, be kind to yourself, be understanding to yourself. I mean, treat yourself like you would treat your friend or your loved one, because, a lot of times, just by nature, many of us will allow people in our life to, and we've seen them fall a million times, and we know they're struggling with something or whatever. And the first thing you do is, when you embrace them, or when they talk to you, it's okay, oh, it's all right, or there's always tomorrow, or you can do this again, or girl, you got this, or whatever. You got to tell yourself, some girl, I got these, or girl, you got this. Like, you really do, because many times there's no one else out there to tell us, girl, you got this. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so you got to tell yourself, girl, you got this. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be a process. It may take time, but you got this. You can do it. You can disconnect. Those principles go for everything in your life, with you connecting with these low frequency, low vibrational things, and you know what they are. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to sit here and list or whatever, because honestly and truly, also, something that may be a weakness for me, or something that may be a challenge for me, may be easy for you. Something that's easy for you may be I think I just said that the same way, but you get what I'm saying. Um, it may be that may not be your challenge. You know what I'm saying? Your struggle may not be my challenge. You know what I'm saying? And so you know what that is. You know what I'm saying? If it give your spirit an uneasy feeling, or if you just don't feel right afterwards or whatever, then you know that's what it is, or it's something about that needs to change. And so begin to look at yourself in a more conscious way, being more aware of what you're doing and how you're doing it, and then begin to, just listen to spirit and begin to make those subtle changes. And just, it really, like I just said, comes down to um, your mindset of saying, I don't want this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. That's the first key to breaking things and habits and situations and things that don't serve you. You have to verbally say, I don't want this. I don't want to do this anymore. And then the process just begins. So I hope you got something out of this. The importance of learning how to disconnect, and take those little tidbits that I just gave about disconnecting. And when it just literally doesn't feel right, that's your clue. That's your sign. You know what I'm saying? Nothing can stay on you. Nothing is going to stay on you that you literally don't want. So you guys hit the subscribe button, hit all notifications so that you'll know when I upload new videos. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me give me a story. Give me some type of an example that you have in your life, or something that even you may be struggling with that maybe I can help you with. You guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and until the next video. I'll see you next time.